give and start to fail, you're the one I need, oh. Before cause I will start to hate, if I ever leave, oh. What I gotta be, go for.
Durham Castle, Durham University. Entry to Durham Castle, guided by tour. Tickets can be purchased from the Palace Green Library. We have to buy. So you see the castle?
Palace Green Library. That could be inside.
Or where we passed already.
Because I saw you yesterday. Now, when you change you anything, I try to change so that we are able to pop our whole all the in those days. You know. After here, where are we going to?
I go to somewhere and sit down for a minute. Talking about my charging phone.
Charge your phone?
Got one other vlog.
You go.
Guided by tour only. And I want somebody to tour you. Potter's Lodge. You coming?
Absolutely fine.
One ticket to the castle.
To the castle, yeah. Just think you've got available. Sure.
Onye kids bịara n'ụkwụsịdịrị ebe a kpatụrụ ha nwa nkata. Nke a bịa na-eme ka ihe eletrik na-wọk.
Right, it's my least favourite part of the tour, but if I could just check your lanyards, just in case someone's on the wrong tour, it does happen, particularly on a Saturday. Thank you, that's perfect, don't worry. Thank you, lovely, thank you. Right, so, someone takes it seriously. Right, so, is anyone from County Durham or Durham? No? Maybe? Yeah? Has anyone been at the castle before?
No.
No, we get that all the time. I'm from Durham, I've never been in before. It's like, why am I here? So for everybody that's your first time, a lovely warm welcome to Durham Castle. My name's Laura and I'm going to be looking after you today. Now you're stuck with me for the next 45 minutes and my jokes don't get any better. So if you could laugh along like they're funny and you're me dad, that would be great. But I have a lot less of a, shall we say, uncomfortable talk. I mean, I think I'm funny, perhaps the world doesn't. I always say that Durham Castle is very much like an onion. And if you know that that's a Shrek reference, can you keep it quiet? Because I'm trying to sound really intellectual. But when something's like an onion, we mean that the first and the second layer don't necessarily reflect what it looks like on the inside. Now, Durham Castle has 3 really distinctive layers, and I'm going to try and take you through all 3 of those today. Now, also, you're welcome to take as many photos as you like. Just all I ask is, can you not use your flash, just in case anyone's got any epilepsy or it just damages the artefacts. But yeah, now, don't trip, but as we go through, look up and see if you spot anything. Stand anywhere you like, as long as you can hear us, there's no optimal place to stand. Hello! Oh, have you got the red one? I think the orange one's nicer. Not you can stand anywhere that you like, as long as you can hear us when you come in. So, don't worry, you don't need to run unless it's an ice cream van, but this is not on this tour. Don't get excited. Welcome to what we might historically refer to as the Bailey, but today we normally just call the courtyard. So we refer to this as the Inner Bailey. If we're thinking about what type of castle is Durham Castle, it's a Motte and Bailey castle. That's M-O-T-T-E, Motte. Now, we're not entirely sure which came first, the Motte or the Bailey, but because both are pretty integral to the castle's design, they were probably constructed within very short proximity of each other. And if we were guessing architecturally, we'd guess that the Bailey came first. But the Motte is the artificial mound that you see the keep perched on the left. Now, some of you might have learned that Durham has a bit of a reputation for being quite hilly. However, this is completely artificial, so to speak. And it is, again, a defensive feature. So in the 11th century, the keep would have been entirely made of... Another place that students also live is the gatehouse. Now, a lot of the 11th century features, unfortunately, do not remain from the gatehouse, with one kind of notable exception, the actual door itself. The door is what we consider to be a kind of Romanesque architectural design with Byzantine influences specifically. Although we know that the gatehouse was actually raised and widened by nearly 2 metres purely to enable a bishop to fit his carriage through it in the 13th century. Personally, I think that's like changing your driveway rather than buying a new car, but it does speak to the the bell when they came in. If you didn't, it's the big green bell that we're talking about up there. Now, if you're a student in the Victorian era and you found yourself locked out of the gatehouse, and the gates were locked at 10 o'clock, mind, you had 2 options. You could either throw yourself on the mercy of the warden the following morning, or you could climb the castle walls. And we've got quite a few kids on this tour, obviously don't do that, but we think about this kind of idea that we have records of students right up until the 1950s climbing the castle walls, falling and limping around college the next day. I also took a student round who was here in the 70s in the summer, and he said they did that too, but that's anecdotal completely, when we think about it in that way. If anyone's thinking of sending their little darlings to Durham in the future, I can assure you that doesn't happen now. If you see the kind of door within a door on the right hand side, that's how you enter the gatehouse today if you want.
Bye, Putawana.
Step down and catch people out a little bit.
Oh, this is just about...
If it's not bright enough, you're welcome to use your phone torch as well.
Oh my word. It's quite scary, isn't it?
Castles are always like that.
That's the original entrance.
Show me the flash the light. Oh, they have some things. All right. So true. Sẽ on cha.
University. The school.
The chapel.
Chapel?
Just a heads up, a couple of the misery chords, if you touch them and you sit on them, some of them do fine. It's about 4 of them. If you do that, you've not broken it, you're absolutely fine. Just a heads up though, particularly if you've got kids, occasionally you might hear a loud bang out of nowhere. It's normal for touching kids. Right, so, welcome to the Tunstall Chapel. Now, this, obviously, if you actually Google when the Tunstall Chapel was built, it actually says 1540, and that's not actually Bishop Crewe, rather than Bishop Tunstall. Why? Because they often take the credit for building the Tunstall Chapel, even though all they did was add an extension to it in the 17th century. So a bit underhand, shall we say. Has anyone ever heard of misery chords or mercy feats? No, I tend to find people haven't. It's the back row of seats.
Oh, look at that one there. You know He said, please do not touch. I am around 600 years old, fragile, but I have many stories to tell. Go where Queen Julian, Victoria Queen. I'm all dinner service, 19th century. Oh my God, this is
It's not lavender in here, and it's kind of shook me up ever since. So I don't like ghosts. Let's go to the Great Hall. You can feel the lean for yourself.
oops. What's great? Wow.
You can take it on if you like, or you can stand. It doesn't really matter.
You want to see it something? Come sit here. Come sit here. Yes, it's true. Even Ghost Witches has a similar hall as this. This is the great gallery hall, but not great together one.
And those are from the Durham local militia as well, to give you an idea. The portraits. So the first and the second ring portraits all denote kind of key figures in the history of Durham Castle and the university specifically. So stick through a couple of them. The portrait of Bishop Van Milder with the gold insignia at the top. He is the last Prince Bishop of Durham. His tenure came to an end in 1837. He was not, in fact, the Prince Bishop, however, who handed over the rights of the country to our graduate rates today, to give you an idea. But bear in mind, because the secondary school education system was basically non-existent, you couldn't go to university as young as 15, so perhaps that explains why some of the rules were so strict. So the gates were locked at 10 o'clock, no pub visits were allowed, and you had to wear your academic gown at all times as well. Women were first...
No, first or the university.
Yeah, I got it now.
That's funny, isn't it, where it comes out. Small world. Hi! Have a lovely day, guys.
Just go put your stuff. So did you say your name is?
My name, Laura.
Okay, Laura.
It doesn't actually say my first name on there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day, Dora.
Yeah, it's
Bye.
the wrong way.
You pulled the right way, but you stayed on the wrong position.
Yeah. I said, "Ala photo na Durham Castle, no."
Messing with my head.